Welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Simulator stream. Welcome to Wyoming. And welcome to the day of the parents' 777 launch from PMDG. Now, we are not flying that plane, of course. It is not officially out for Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 yet. It has not launched, but it will be launching at some point today. And last I checked, I think they said 1800 Zulu time, so in about 4 hours, that plane is supposed to launch. On their what's it called? Command center, I think it's what it's called. I have not decided yet if I'm going to do it. If you've been on this channel, you know that I don't do a lot of long hauls, but it might be fun. It might be fun to have. So I'm gonna look at the price, because the price is gonna be a big factor. I spent what was it, $70 on the 350, and I don't think I got my money out of that plane. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now we are here in Wyoming. Airport is called Rock Springs Sweetwater Country Airport in Rock Springs, Wyoming. We're gonna do a short hop to Denver International. It's always fun flying into Denver. I love, obviously, the cool mountains and the terrain and all that, but it's also could be a little challenging based on the approach you take. And I've never flown out of Rock Springs before, so this will be new. This is a default airport in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. No add-ons other than the lighting add-on, which you can't really tell. But obviously, the scenery is just gorgeous. Just freaking gorgeous. Look at this. This is stellar stuff here. We are taking the Ejet, the recently updated Ejet that is now compatible with Flight Sim 2024. There are some issues here and there still, but overall, it is a flyable plane and is a lot of fun to have in the sim. It's great to have the options, the CRJ, the E-Jet, the Phoenix planes. You can fly the Asobo Max, which is, flyable. And, there's a few other planes out there as well. Those are my 3 go-to, though. And then, if the 777 comes out, we'll see if I'm interested in that plane. Haven't quite made that decision at all on that plane. But let's get going with this plane. So what we're going to do is connect the GPU, and while we're doing that, we can go get our flight imported. Departing runway 27. This is a pilot's life flight, and this also will be a Beyond ATC flight. And we'll go ahead and instant load all this jazz. We're going to do a 3.8 on the trim. We can go up here and get the batteries turned on. Arm the emergency passengers stuff. And let's get the APU rolling as well. And that is all great. APU is starting to fire up. Beautiful. Next, we're going to go on down. Oh, actually, we're going to wait a couple seconds. Oh, actually, I can click the button. So let's click the button. And then we can go on down here, wait a couple more seconds. And that's going to give the power off of the GPU. And it's going to brighten up our screens here. Now we can go on down here and go to route. And we can insert our destination information, which is Denver. After doing that, we're going to hit send. And then we're going to go here to, I'm not sure what DLK stands for, but flight plan. We're going to apply the active. Now, this doesn't always bring in the active flight plan, which is unfortunate. But it will do. It will do. Alright, so we have that departure. We're expecting a runway 27 and no SIDS. Apply that. Our arrival, we are expecting 3-4 right. So 3-4 right, ILS. We're going to go via star, which is the flat I-4, via MJane. Alright, let's apply that. And let's make sure we have that flight plan set in. So we're going to go into our briefing panel and fetch our flight plan. Scroll on down to the bottom. We can see that, if we go previous one. Oh, actually go next. Okay. It says MJane, so we are missing a couple here. So we're missing CS. So we have to pop that in. So we're going to pop it in here, OCS. Oh, actually clear it out first. And OCS. Pop it in there. Okay. And then we're going to go V4, which we can't put that in, but we're going to go ARU. So ARUTE. Pop that in. And then we have the MJ arrival. So all we have to do is put in these other 2 waypoints so that we're following the flight plan properly. All right, now that we have that set up, we can go over here and click on send this to McDo, and this will send the weights and balances to the flight deck. All right, once we're doing that, we can now get our ATC rolling as well. So let's go ahead and we're gonna do, let's see, we have a regional Unicom and we have center. So we're gonna dial over to center 12435. Salt Lake Center, SkyWest 5093 is a E-Jet ready for IFR clearance to Denver International.
SkyWest 5093, Salt Lake Center, cleared to Denver Airport. Radar vectors en route, VIN is filed. Maintain 11,000. Expect flight level 270, 10 minutes after departure. Departure with me, Squawk 0152.
We're cleared to Denver Airport. Radar vectors en route, then is filed. We're going to maintain 11,000. Expect flight level 270. Departure with you. Squawk is 0152 for SkyWest 5093.
SkyWest 5093, read back correct. Push or start at pilot's discretion. Hold for release. Report holding short runway 21.
Alright, we are cleared for a pushback and engine start at our discretion. We're going to hold for release. We'll report holding short runway 21. SkyWest 5093. Alright, so we have that all set in there. The next thing we want to do is go into radio. And we're going to hit this button, and then we're also going to ident, because sometimes this plane doesn't want to ident properly. The other very important thing is we're going to go over here to map and go to TCAS. And then we're also going to turn off airports on here so the map's not all clustered. Bring up the brightness a little bit on there. Okay, we have APU rolling, which is grand, beautiful. We can go over here then, go to ground, disconnect that APU. We have pushback at our discretion, so we can push back whenever the hell we want. And let's see, so taxiing out of here, we're going to be facing north, it looks like. So let's go ahead and push back. Actually, incorrect. We're going to be facing south. So let's prepare our pushback. And let's go ahead and push back in this direction. Let's go there. That should do well. Release the parking brake. Request to push back. Go ahead and push it back. Let's get our electric pump. Wow, I can't get talking right. And let's go ahead and start engine number 1. Alright, all looking great. Let's go ahead and go to performance. And performance in it. Let's go ahead and just verify how that's looking. Okay, we need some cruising winds. So to get cruising winds, we can go back to our briefing panel. Weather, cruising winds, top climb cruising winds are 290 at 28. And we'll be cruising up to 270, beautiful grand. And nothing to worry about there. Go back to performance, and we're gonna go to takeoff. And we're expecting runway 27 for departure. Actually, what did they say? 21. Oh, I do have to face the other way. Okay, so runway 21. And winds here are 210 at 3. And then we go next. And then we go take off. Flaps 2, we saw that. Grand. Okay. And engine number 1 is on board, so let's go engine number 2 next. And we're not going to worry about changing the runway here because sometimes, well, actually, let's give it a shot. Let's hope it doesn't break things. Departure runway 21. No SIDS, no departure changes there. OSET, yep, all looking grand there. Back to flight plan. All right, looks like it worked. Cool. Engine number 2 is coming on board. And next, let's go ahead and get flaps down too. then we're going to be reporting when we're holding short 2-1. So 2-1s are actually right behind us, actually. So it works out really, really well. And once we get our engine number 2 loaded up, we can go ahead and start taxiing. Today's flight is, what, 250 nautical miles? So pretty short. Cruising for maybe 20 minutes or so. We do show one aircraft on TCAS here. I'm not sure if that's at this airport. It must be. No, it can't be. They're way over there. Alright. Taxi lights are on. And APU is off. There we go. Takeoff config. Are we good? Takeoff okay. Let's go bring up some throttle. Let's go to flight director. And let's turn this big old plane around. Well, it's not really that big, it's a small plane. So if the 777, if I decide to get the 777, if it comes out today like it's supposed to, and if I decide to get it, I might, we'll see, I might do a last minute stream tomorrow morning. And it's going to be a really quick flight though, because I am flying our IRL tomorrow afternoon. So I will do a practice flight tonight if that happens, and then do a flight tomorrow. So we'll see though. That's kind of all up in the air still. All right, coming up on holding short. Let's get the yoke cam going. Salt Lake Center, SkyWest 5093, holding short 2-1, ready to go. Landing lights are on.
SkyWest 5093. Release for departure.
It'll auto respond at this point.
If not off by 1415. Zulu, if not off by 1415 Zulu. Contact no later than 1425 Zulu. Time now 1355 Zulu. Frequency change approved.
Alright, so we're cleared.
Released for departure, SkyWest 5093.
She said all that stuff, and then all we did is said like 4 words. Alright, so on departure, we need to head to the left. Right? Yeah. Well, we can go right. Right will give us more space. We'll go right. Alright, so we're on center, good to go there. We have auto comms for now. Let's bring up those throttles. Auto thrust, bring up those throttles. Good to go. Toga set, good. All engines stable. Let's go flying. This plane is so much more fun to fly in 2024, the hand flying. So much better. Checked.
4248, contact Salt Lake Center 127.7.
Center on 127.7, SkyWest 4248.
Rotating.
Positive rate.
Gear going up. Welcome in, Owen. You know, it's the recommendation's tough because the Ejet's not fully baked and ready yet. But it is fun to fly, and when I bought it, I don't know, a year and a half ago, I think. I got it on sale, one of the few sales they have. I would say it's definitely a buy on sale. At full price, maybe question mark. But with that said, it sounds like they're making some major progress. And it sounds like we're going to have a working VNav come this summer with the update. So, I think it's a lot of fun. In 2024, it handles a much better. I rarely have problems with it here in 2024. So, again, I'm going to stick with what I said. If on sale, I think it's worth a buy. Full price, maybe not so much. This is a beautiful departure. Alright, almost crossing 10,000, so we'll get our landing lights off momentarily. Alright, those are off. And flaps are coming up. Oh no, let's see. Yeah, flaps are coming up a notch. Full flaps up. And we were cleared for 11,000. We're going to go ahead and put higher alt at this point because we will get clearance up there.
Good morning, 10,600.
SkyWest 5093, Salt Lake Center. Radar contact. Climb, maintain flight level 270.
Alright, 270.
Climb, maintain.
I'm gonna bring that nose down a little bit here.
SkyWest 5093.
SkyWest 5093, turn right, heading 120.
120.
Turn right, heading 120, SkyWest 5093.
So let's go heading mode. And let's go
SkyWest
setting.
5093, contact
120.
Salt Lake Center, 128.35.
Contact
Make our
Salt Lake
turn.
Center 128.35, SkyWest 5093.
Get our trim under control so we're not pushing back too much
Salt
or
Lake
pulling back
Center,
too much on the
SkyWest
yoke.
5093, 12,400 feet.
120 is interesting. I wonder why we're going 120.
Good morning. SkyWest 5093,
Oh.
clear direct to route.
There we go.
Navigation.
We're direct to route now. Alright, so nav mode
Roger,
on again.
direct to route, then Rusumo
And
navigation,
AP is
SkyWest
on.
5093, thanks.
Set it stabilize. And a route's there. Where are we going? Let's put a route up here. There we go, direct, and we're good to go. Okay. Now our next thing is going to be flight level 180. What reshade? I don't use any reshade. No reshade whatsoever. Yeah, I don't even use NVIDIA filters. I was using the filters before they like broke them. I think that's fixed now in with the one of the latest NVIDIA drivers. I think. But yeah, I don't use any reshades. It's all default, beautiful. I wonder when what's that one ad? I did a review of it. I bought it. I did a review of it. I don't remember what it's called now. Shoot. There's one that changed like the atmosphere. I wonder if that's working in 2024. Like it made things look a lot better. No, well, not a lot better. It made things look better, but my issue was that it didn't auto load your presets. And last I read is that they were adding that into it. I don't know if they did though, and for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. I cannot remember what it's called. Alright, passing 180, so standard pressure, all good there. Again, this is a pretty short hop, so we need to get things prepared pretty quick. So runway 34 right for the arrival, as currently at least expected. We'll see if we get something changed. If I take a look at real world, so digital ATIS, and we go to Denver, what do we have? Denver is saying arrivals, landing runways 26, 34 right, 35 right. So those are our 3 runways expecting currently in the real world. We'll see what Beyond ATC gives us.
Southwest 1769.
So minimums.
Denver Center 132.0.
are going to be 5550.
Center on 132.1.
And that's right here.
1769. Have a good morning.
I'm excited to be in this plane. Like tomorrow I'm going to be in this plane, the 170 IRL.
SkyWest 5093.
It's always fun.
Expect flat I-4,
All
runway
right.
16 left.
They just changed our runway. Expect flat eye 4, runway 16 left. SkyWest 5093. So that is not real world landing. And that's gonna kind of mess up our approach a little bit too. So we have to hurry up at this point, because we have just a small moment to actually make the corrections with this plane. Alright, so let's go to heading mode. Go on down here. We're gonna go to what is it? Route, arrival, runway change. Runway. Oh, sorry, wrong side. 16 left. 16 left. Bam. ILS. Star. Still to be the flat 4. Still gonna be MJ. Fly it. And looks like everything's set still. Cool. Let's go back to nav. Let's look through our flight plan, make sure there's no duplicates. Looks good. Okay. We got it there just in time. So here's a tip for you. If you're flying the Ejet, if you're on the star, you can't make the changes. Or if you're going via transition, you can't make a change in the system. But if you're before that, you can do it, which we were able to do it beforehand. So it all worked out. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that all changed in the system here now. So runway 34, what was it? Left. Or sorry, 16 left, jeez. 16 left, which is not being used, so they must be using outdated weather right now. Okay. Minimums this runway are 55, same thing, so 5550. Let's put that in. Alright, we reached our top of climb, and this does not have a top of descent, so we kind of have to go off of, in this case I'm going to go off of pilot site, but we have to go off the thirds rule if you want to go that route. Or go off when an ATC tells you, of course, but you don't want to always go off that because it may not be correct. So 5550. Took off high and coming down high. Alright, 50-50, got that all set in there. Next, we're going to go down here, and we're going to put in our radio. So this is supposed to auto-tune, but I don't trust it half the time, so I like to do it myself. Alright, have that set in there. Landing is next. We can go into initiate landing. 173 for the heading. Temperature in Denver is 07. Winds are 260 F5. Okay. Beautiful. We have our reps, B, oh, I can't talk right now. B refs in there. Okay, we'll keep that page up. We'll go to flight plan here. Grand. Okay, so a pilot's life telling me top of descent is at 1422. It's currently 1408. So that should be about right. Sounds right. At 180 nautical miles out. Now, the other thing to keep in mind with the E-Jet, getting the map out a little bit, is that sometimes it just kind of goes all willy-nilly. And that's normally when it gets closer to the approach. At what point, I don't know. It seems to be very inconsistent. Okay, on landing, we're going to exit to the left. We'll see how updated this is, because our winds are saying right now 260 at 5. They're asking us to land runway 16, so that's going to be a crosswind landing. Either one would have been a crosswind landing. So that's interesting. And we'll see how it plays out. We will see.
Delta 2007, Denver Center, expect Jazz 1, runway tree for right.
Expect Jazz 1, runway tree 4 right, Delta 2007.
Well, that's interesting. Isn't there a Jazz in...
Delta 2007, contact Salt Lake Center 125.575.
Oh, that's Salt Lake. Never mind. Okay, never mind. It's okay.
Contact Salt Lake Center 125.575, Delta 2007.
All right. Yeah, so, like I said, the 777 is supposed to release here in about 4 hours. I don't know, like, it's going to be like probably $80+. It's a PMDG product. It's going to be up there in price. I don't know. I need to see reviews. I need to watch videos. I need to see people IRL
Denver Center, Skywest 3155.
flying it.
Flight level 250.
I have lots of questions. Lots of questions about it.
Skywest 3155, Denver Center, radar contact.
Like, it's going to be a fun plane, I'm sure. It's just I don't do long hauls. It just seems like a lot of money to spend on a plane that I won't be doing long hauls. I won't be flying very often. Although I'm being told that the 772 is used on many short and medium haul routes around the world. I know here in the US, I think all 3 major carriers use it. Let's see, short 777-200 routes. Let's see what Google says. So it goes to Dulles, Chicago to Dulles. That's not a short haul. LAX to San Francisco to Vegas. We have a bunch in Asia. Miami to JFK. That's definitely not a short haul either. Actually, what am I thinking? I can put it into, what's it called? Oh, shoot. Into iFly schedules, right? So I go into iFly schedules, and I can put in that plane. So the Boeing 772, and then I can search in for length. We'll do max 2 hours. I'll bring this on the screen so you can see it in case you're interested as well.
Skywest 5093, increase speed to 280 knots.
Alright, so it's generating right now.
Increase speed to 280 knots. Skywest 5093.
So we have this here. So we have, these are all an hour and a
Skywest
half.
5093, contact Denver Center 132.1, take care.
Contact
Memphis,
Denver.
Denver.
132.1. Skywest 5093.
San Francisco to Denver.
Denver Center, SkyWest 5093.
What is,
flight level 270.
Is that Charlotte? Yeah, Charlotte to Miami. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad.
SkyWest 5093, Denver Center, copy.
Can I can't just do by... Yeah, I can't just do by region. What if I go down to 1? Let's try it 1. Alright, so it does do a couple... There are a few handful of short hauls it does do. But it looks like most of the short hops are like in Japan, Asia countries. And this is all Japan, which I'm not opposed to doing, and not at all. I just have to learn. How do we search again? Search. Let's get the same flights. Yeah. Okay, so we saw, what was it, United? I think it was United, right? Let's go to United. I can't do multiples, huh? No. Let's see if there's any... Alright, here, there's got a couple United ones. This is still 2 hours, but we get Austin to, is that George Bush, right? Denver to Madison? No, that's not, Des Moines. New Jersey to Toronto. Chicago to, what is S? Oh, these are CRJs. What the hell? I was like, wait a second. This can't be right. Okay, it reset my plane. Alright, let's try it again. I was like, wait a second. This is a regional plane. There's a couple of regionals in there. That can't be right. Alright, so no flights for United that are an hour. Let's go to American. What the hell's this American? Alright, American has a couple. Oh, hold on. No, it reset my plane again. Okay. Ain't fooling me twice. Alright, start again. Still in... Oh, I can do multiples. Okay, cool. Okay, so there is no... Can I do another one? Delta? Alright, so we got Delta, United, American. 2 hours. Or sorry, 1 hour. And let's go to the 777. Alright, search. Alright, see what we get now. No flights. Okay, so it has to be, it looks like there are 2 hours, at least 2 hours. And there are plenty of those. We have Denver's a hotspot, Chicago, Charlotte, Memphis, Nashville. Okay, so there's a few. I wouldn't call these short hauls though, by any means. These are US based, of course. So if I want to keep it real life, we're looking at about 2 hour flights. The shortest one being this guy here. We'll see. Again, I don't have to keep it realistic. It's a sim. That's why we play. Play. I was gonna say play. I can't say play, right? Get in trouble. That's why we fly in the sim.
Southwest 1769. Contact Denver.
I think we're flying over Colorado now.
Contact Denver Center 126.5, Southwest 1769.
The weather's supposed to be pretty decent, so we shouldn't have any issues there. And we should be getting to the top of the descent here in the next 5 minutes. So on our arrival chart, we have flat I-4. Hippie is flight level 250 above 250. So we want to start our descent at flow. Right? Yeah. So right after Hippie. So about halfway point here, we can start our descent to go on in. And I think 1,500 feet should be fine for the arrival. And if Beyondatc doesn't give us the top of descent, then we'll just pop it in ourselves. It'll be interesting to know if it changes runway again. It's rare that it ever does that. And it's also be interesting to know if like Denver IRL changes the active runways. Because I didn't check to see when. Let me check to see when that last was updated. Zulu times 1353. Okay, So that's departures. Arrivals. Yeah, arrivals is also the same. 26, 34, and 35. And that was at 13:53. So about a half hour ago is the last weather update. Well, at least it's not giving us a close runway. I guess that's the positive. That's the positive. Is the update beta good or still buggy? It's been great. It's been great cruise. Zero issues. Absolutely zero issues. When beta Sim Update Beta 2 first came out, that first initial update was a disaster. But every update since then has been really, really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes live next week. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't, in all honesty. It's been really, really good.
Contact Denver Center 126.5, SkyWest 5093.
Very stable.
Denver Center, SkyWest 5093, flight level 270.
I had a CTD... not during flight. I had a CTD during load or something not so long ago. But I also had that with Sim Update 1 and with the initial launch of 2024. Okay, so top of descent's at 22, so about 2 minutes left. We're gonna wait until about 8 nautical miles from our next waypoint. And then if we don't get a top of descent from Beyondatc, we'll go ahead and put it in.
SkyWest 5093.
Oh, there it is. GPU, I'll put the specs up.
Someone asked for the system specs. This dude is running an
Descend via flat eye for arrival.
i7-14700K
Denver
paired with
landing
the
runway
NVIDIA
16 left.
4080 and
Altimeter
64 gigabytes of
Okay, so we get our top
DDR4
descent.
RAM.
So
Blimey,
runway 16.
that's a decent setup. Oh, in case you ask, he also is using a
13,000.
Honeycomb Alpha and Bravo with the Turtle Beach rudder pedals.
Alright, and then vertical speed. Let's go ahead and drop that. Down to 15. Okay. Actually, let's see. Let's not do that. Let's do 10. Let's do 1,000 for now.
SkyWest 5093, contact
Okay.
Denver Center 125.9.
Seems like they're getting ready to release, as a few had. Yeah, the last few had a minimum updates,
5093. Have a good one.
which is good. Yeah. Welcome in, King Bob, by the way. And in 2024, how do you get your camera keyboard shortcuts to move the same as... Oh, so to do that, if you go to this little gamepad thing up here,
SkyWest 5093, Denver Center, copy.
you're going to see preset for the keyboard, so make sure you're on keyboard. Give it a couple seconds to load up. But, oh, maybe you can't do it through here. Oh, I think do you just change it here? I think this, yeah, I think you just change it here. Yeah, so you see it says keyboard 2024. You'll see the next one's going to say keyboard 2020, and then you can create it. You can, or sorry, duplicate this one, and then you can make the own changes. So like I have my own Lex keyboard right here. So these are all of the 2020 controls with just my own modifications in there. So that's how you do that. And King Lao, yep, that's it. It's been a while since I've done it, so I forgot. I could not get used to the 2024 keys. I had a hard time. Like I watched Kip do it, and you know, he's gotten what that first launch week though, he put, I don't know, countless hours into the sim. But he's gotten really good at doing it. I just could never get it down. There's just too many multiple keys to hold down, and it was just messing with my head. And I really like the way that the 2020 keys were set out. with my own modifications, of course. So if I select 2020, will it be the same as I have in 2020? It will be the same as the default in 2020. So if you made any changes, it won't be there. It'll just be the default 2020 keys. Welcome in P2. Quickly stopping by to say hi before my next meeting in 8 minutes. Have a good meeting, P2. Thanks for coming on in. Good to see you. Hope things are going great at the new job. Yeah, so Garen, there will be the same as 2020 default. The camera's the only thing holding me back from 2020. Yeah, I don't like the camera controls in 2024. That was my big issue as well. I just couldn't get used to it. So like with 2020, insert is the drone cam. And I love just hitting that button and just using my numpad. Which crazy me was considering getting one of those minimalist keyboards that don't have the numpads. And I was like, I need that. Like, I could switch over to a gamepad to use as a drone camera, which I've done a couple times for videos. But that's about it. I'd rather not have any potential conflicts. Okay, so we're supposed to be between 25 and 21. And we are at 23, so we're looking really good. It's been busy, barely getting time during the day. I think it's a good thing. Probably they will keep me around. That's good. I'm glad things are working out. Very glad things are working out for you. So again, tomorrow, it's all going to be up in the air. It's going to be a really... it's going to be an early stream for sure. Earlier than I normally do. Because I plan on... you know, in the next couple hours, packing up, getting things ready for my flight tomorrow, IRL, and so tomorrow morning I shouldn't have anything major to worry about. Oh, what the hell, I gotta get that changed out of there. I just saw that Streamlabs, or Stream Elements is doing an auto timer for bad people. on Twitch. Let's see, how do I fix that again? Overlays, chatbots, timers. Wait a second, I don't even have a timer set for it. What the hell? Oh, because I'm over on... I need to go to Twitch. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Timers... Delete. Goodbye. Alright. It's all fixed. Heading back to the battlefield. Good luck. Have a good meeting. We'll see you next time. So again, tomorrow, really going to be kind of a push the stream button if it all happens. Maybe even tonight. I don't know. We'll see. I would like hands-on, though, first to kind of use the plane a bit before I jump onto a stream. Alright, so next waypoint, we need to be between 21 and 16. Looking good on that. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I also don't even know if I'm gonna buy it. I need to see that price. That price tag is the big important thing. I don't know if there's any Lego fans out there, but today Lego launched a bunch of new stuff. The Star Wars, you know, May 4th is coming up soon, and for Star Wars Day, which begins in 4 days. But so with that said, there's a bunch of new stuff that came out, and I'm interested in getting this one. Oh, I'm interested in getting the Star Wars one here. $60. That's not a bad price. And then I'm interested in getting Kylo Ren's helmet. I think those are the only two I'm really interested. Jango Fett would be cool too, but Yeah, that's about it. So,
Field in sight, southwest 2011.
okay, almost at 18.
Visual approach, runway 17 right.
So we gotta watch, because I think around here is where it's gonna go goofy. So we gotta really pay attention with our heading mode, make sure that's all set up, ready to go.
SkyWest 5093, Denver approach. Good morning, altimeter 3010. Expect the visual approach. Runway 16 left.
Alright, 16 left is still our expected runway.
Altimeter 3010, expect the visual approach runway 16 left, SkyWest 5093.
Yeah, it's all clear here in Denver for the most part. I'm gonna bring up my FPS as well so y'all can see that. So the last video I did, not the last one, but, well, the last 2 videos, I think, two of the last 3 videos, I believe, have been about increasing performance within Flight Sim, and I have another one coming out tomorrow with one more tip that I found recently that seems to have helped quite a bit. So you can see with my system, with FrameGen, with DLSS, I'm getting in the sky about 82, 83, somewhere within there. Kind of dips here and there, but pretty stable. And then you see my VRAM is down to 6.3 out of my 15 available. It sucks this plane still hasn't had the VNav working. Yeah, but potentially soon. Now, we should be on a heading of... Let's see. I don't like that it's vectoring me this way. Okay, so there's something goofed up right now. We're going to go to heading mode.
Southwest 3717. Descend, maintain.
We're missing a couple of waypoints in here. So now I'm just going off a visual with my Navi map, or Navi graph. We should be at 099. So we'll get back on course here. And you can't drop in any fixes. I still have to check that out because I have a 5070 Ti and it still shows low RAM compared to my other cards. Well, the 3090 has a lot of... The 3090 has a lot of RAM, doesn't it? Like a VRAM? Alright, 135.
Turn right, heading 135, SkyWest 5093.
SkyWest 5518, Denver approach.
Alright, and we can't descend any lower until they tell us. Which is fine, because landing's at, what was it, 5,000 or almost 6,000?
Expect the visual approach runway 16 left, SkyWest 5518.
And then speed, we're supposed to be at 210. We're a bit fast here.
Intercept the 16 left localizer. Descend, maintain 7,900.
So let's go to manual
Turn
speed.
right, heading 165, intercept the 16 left localizer, descend, maintain 7,900.
7,900. You see how it gets really busy all of a sudden?
Turn right, heading 215. Descend and maintain 12,000. Altimeter 3000.
Okay.
Vectors for the approach.
Now, we might be a little high now, so let's start our descent a little faster. It's gone down to 15. Okie dokie. And how are we looking here? So that's at Kirkney, right?
Southwest
We want to be at 8,000. So we're a bit high.
Report the field in sight.
Let's bring out some speed brakes to help us slow down. Let's drop our altitude a little bit more.
West 3717, cleared visual approach, runway 17 right.
Alright, and I've been toying with the frame rate limiter settings in the config file, limiting it to 30 and then turning on and keeping it solid 60. Yeah, that config file works really well. The trick is pretty good.
Southwest 2011, 6,300.
I don't know why they don't have a slider within the actual sim.
Welcome back.
I think that's just crazy. Alright, we want to go into approach mode.
2011.
So there is localizer captured. Oh yeah, 24, yeah, that's why. Yeah, that 5070 only has 8, right? I think the 5070 only has 8. So that would definitely explain why you're seeing that performance hit. Alright, speed's looking better. Let's go ahead. I want to maintain 210 for now. But let's go ahead and drop a little bit faster. Since we're not increasing speed, that's looking good. We're just a little high on the approach still. So let's try to get back on schedule here. Like, I know you can do the VNav.
Southwest 2011. Heading 255.
What's it called? The VRAM, not VRAM, VSync, kind of for the frame gen. Or not frame gen, for the frame cap. It doesn't work the same as the config file. Any magic to get the Ejet to work in 24 other than Sim Update 2? I don't believe so. I think it requires it. Pretty sure it requires it. We have the field in sight, SkyWest 5093.
SkyWest 5093, cleared visual approach runway 16 left.
Alright, landing lights, taxi lights are on.
Cleared visual approach.
Still a little high on the approach,
Skywest
but
5093.
nothing terrible. Let's go and bring on our first notch of flaps. Let's go and reduce our speed down to 180. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sim Update 2 is required. I think that's what they said in their Discord, at least.
Further clearance in about 22 miles.
There you can see your FPS dropped a little bit, down to 70 now, but it's also loading in the airport and loading in the traffic into Denver. Alright, Yocam's on.
Contact Denver Tower 135.3.
Contact Tower 135.3, SkyWest 5093.
Alright, AP is off my aircraft, and let's go to auto,
Denver
manage
Tower,
for the
SkyWest
speed,
5093, visual runway 16 left.
and let's go to flaps 2. Flaps are, speed brakes are stowed.
Runway 16 left cleared to land, SkyWest 5093.
Alright. Alright, we're under control again. Back under control. And we're looking really good now. The altitude a little bit high, but much better than what we were before. We're at flaps 2. And the winds are just behind us at 4 knots, so they're kind of shifting to the right of us. Alright, exit again to the left. Lights are on, altimeter's been checked and set. Alright, flaps coming out further. We have cleared to land, cool. Flaps 4. So as the flaps come out, I'm making those adjustments with the trim. Kind of just trimming down just a little bit. Alright, bring that nose up just a little bit. Oh, shoot. Gear. That's important. Thank God this plane's smarter than I am. Alright, gear is coming down. Holy smokes. Thank goodness for that. I don't like our descent here. We're pulling down a little too much. Okay. 200 minimums we're landing. Hold the nose for the flare. Touchdown. Reversers coming out. Reversers are stowed, flaps are coming up, and we'll exit here on the left. Welcome to Denver. It's so rare for me to get the Ejet to not have that big crunk on landing. Like, it seems like it's, you have to get, like, anything under, like, minus 80 or something. Alright, landing lights are off. I'll see what my landing rate was once we get to the gate. Rookie mistake, yeah.
SkyWest 5093, contact ground 121.35.
It's rare that I do the landing gear. I'll miss the flap sometimes, but landing gear is very rare that I ever have that issue. I think I had it not that long ago. Well, no, I think I was working on I was working on a video, and I think I had that happen. Let's see, where are we at? We are on Foxtrot. Denver ground, good morning from SkyWest 5093. We're on Foxtrot looking to taxi to gate Charlie 23.
SkyWest 5093, welcome to Denver Airport. Gate Charlie, 23 taxi via Foxtrot 4A. Foxtrot, Charlie November, Juliet.
Foxtrot 4...
Gate Charlie 23 via Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot, Charlie November, Juliet, SkyWest 5093.
Foxtrot 4, Foxtrot, Charlie November. Okay. Looks like we just maintain where we are. Okay, just want to make sure. And let's go up here to APU, get that rolling. Good. Did you find the trim wheel on the Bravo a bit slow? Wish it had access to the buttons. Yeah, but in this plane it's really good. In some planes it's good, some planes it's not great. Like here. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and see I'm moving it. You see how fast it's moving? And I'm sure well it turns out on the stream, but it's very good in this plane. It's very good. Whoop. It's very good in the CRJ, the 737. I've never used a Phoenix. The Kodiak, it's oversensitive. In the Sky Carrier, it's not sensitive enough, I feel. The PC-12 not sensitive enough. So that, yeah, there's some aircrafts where it's just not. An Axis would have been freaking awesome. I know, like, I could get it set up with MobiFlight, but I don't want to go through the hassle. I have MobiFlight just set up for the FCU. Okay, so Charlie, November, and Juliet. And I don't see any signs anywhere. Okay, well, we're just gonna go over here. Because I don't see any signs. And I don't know what this is. This looks like it's Charlie November based on what Navigraph is showing me. And Juliet is one of these guys up here. Charlie November. Got a Southwest pushing back. Is this Charlie No? I'm so confused. We're just gonna go over here. We're just gonna go this way. What do we golf? No, Charlie 23. Alright, take it easy. I'm not taking off. I know. Alright, Juliet is the next one. Oh, actually, our gate's right up here. Cool. Welcome in, Irishman. You're coming in at the last minute. This is our arrival into Denver. Took off from Wyoming. A little short hop in the Ejet. So based on what Navi's telling me, our gate is where this southwest is blocking our path. So here's Juliet, which I guess we're supposed to be on, right? I'll wait. I'll let that dude taxi. Yeah, but our gate is the first one. This one here, I think. This is purple. This is Juliet. No. No, this is Juliet. That's what this is pointing towards. This is Juliet. Okay, cool. So we're just holding for the southwest. Alright, southwest, move your ass. We got a gate to park at. Got a late start this morning. Didn't want to get. Oh yeah, I heard you. Yeah, I was kind of the same way this morning. I didn't want to get out of bed, but I was like, I need to. If I'm going to stream, I need to stream today, because the next time I can stream won't be until next week sometime. And so I knew I needed to get new routes, or a new schedule in a pilot's life. I need to set things up, of course, for the stream. So I had to force myself out of bed. All right, what are we doing, Southwest? About to go around you, buddy. All right, let's see. What do we got? Where's the time here? All right, they're getting to 46, 14:46. They're not moving their butt by then. We're going through them. This little Ejet's taking out the 737. I don't like that livery. Something about it. I just don't like it. I will say this, with the last update for Beyondatc, it does seem like planes are getting stuck again. Alright, we're going through them. I think this plane's just stuck. Irishman with another 5 gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you again, Irishman. Thank you for the love and support. Thank you, Southwest, for getting stuck. Alright, so 2-3 is right here. Put the brakes on. Gotta go drifting here. Alright, taxi lights are off. I guess we really didn't have to wait for them, did we? Yeah, we did. Alright. Again, thanks for that, Irishman. Really appreciate it. You're supporting the funds for the potential purchase later today of the 777. And stole. Alright, so we'll go to the GPU. We'll go to, not jetway yet. We'll go to the cones. I will hold that. I found that out. What now? I found that out with the plane this morning. What plane? What are you talking about? This 777? Okay, so we have GPU on, right? Yep. Okay. Oh, not yet. No, the lunar jet said it comes out in about 3 hours. From last I heard, like 1800 Zulu time. So like in about 3 hours, 3 to 4 hours. What are we looking to do here? What are we trying to do? Oh, engine's off. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna switch my frequency so we don't have ATC talking and using my credits. All right, there we go. That's off. All right, engine's off. We'll look at not Beyondatc. We'll look at jetway connected. The thing that kind of sucks about this. Hold on, is it working? No. The thing that's bugged out with this guy is that the jetway, like, it looks like it's going to move, but it actually doesn't. Unless I have to open up the door. Oh, it's stairs. No, never mind. Yeah, like it doesn't want to open the door. Or what doesn't want to connect to it. How do you open the door in here? I thought there was a way to do it in here. door, cockpit door. Like it moves, but it doesn't actually connect. What if I use the pushback tool guy? Jetway. Yeah, see, this one works. So yeah, the tablet jetway is just broken. The 2024. Cool. Okay. Oh, getting stuck? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I installed GSX and didn't have any issues with it. The thing is, I typically don't like to take a long time to load up, to get things going. And I think that's my biggest issue with GSX. Is it takes a while to get going, you know, you can increase the speed of the passengers, but you can't increase really the speed of the baggage. That alone takes 5 to 10 minutes, depending on your plane, right? So that's my big issue, is I don't want to sit there and wait. Kind of just want to get going, you know, flying. Alright, so we had another 100% with a pilot's life and a 246 on landing. Look at these scores, though. I sent this to Jay Russ the other day. I'll bring up my scores. Look at these scores in a pilot's life. I've been 100% since the 25th for all my flights. And I had 198 in there, another 98, but my scores for, like, the last, I don't know, 2 weeks or so here have been really good. You can see all the 170s I've been doing. Some CRJing, 319s in there, right? But man, I got a lot of really good flights recently. I'll also show my schedule here I have set up for a pilot's life. So my next flight is San Francisco to Palm Springs, which I might do in the 777. And then I have 2 shorter hops. So I think if I do fly tomorrow, it won't be a pilot's life flight. It'll just be a kind of a rando flight. Kind of see how that goes. I might even tonight, we'll see. I don't see that Southwest moving either, so that... Oh, now that I said that, I think it's moving. Yeah, it's moving now. Never mind, it's moving. I just bought Pilot's Life this morning. Oh, it's fantastic, Irishman. Hope you enjoy it. It's really cool. It's not as grindy as On Air. I don't know if you used On Air, but it's not as grindy as On Air. But it's very basic in terms of it's just airliner stuff for the most part. You can do some GA stuff, but primarily it's meant for airliners. There's that beautiful Denver. It's a good looking airport. Oh, we got this plane. Must have taxied from over here. So they're landing and departing 2 different runways. Very cool. I've not had a chance to figure out or go through it yet. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. It's pretty simple. You can typically get going rather quickly with it. San Francisco to Palm Springs in a 777. That's a crazy short flight. So I was looking earlier. There's not a whole lot of short hops like I like to do. So that's where I'm like, I don't know. Like, I know the 777 is going to be good. I know it's going to be good. It's a PMDG plane. They're all good planes. It's just that, for me, I don't do long hauls. I don't even do medium hauls. I mostly do these short hops, like today's flight. Anywhere between 250 to 350 nautical miles is my sweet spot. And that's why I'm flying with SkyWest with a pilot's life, is because it's a real world. These are all real world flights. I don't know what the price is. That's the other thing. It's probably going to be like $80 US, probably. They haven't said, but based on anything previous in PMDG, it's going to be probably in that $80 price range. Like, I would really like to know the price. It'd be great for them to actually say what it's going to be. given that it comes out in a couple hours. Okay, so the release is between 16 and 23. Okay, so they did change this as of... Oh, that's the 30th. That's old news. Okay, never mind. So, I don't know. Have patience, young Padawan. I went to see Revenge of the Sith in theaters this past weekend with my wife. I'm a big Star Wars person, so it was fun to see that movie in the theaters again. A lot of fun, and it made $42 million globally. That's awesome. That's incredible. Incredible for a 20-year-old movie. Paid 75 US for the first 777. Yeah, so it's probably going to be 80, if not more. If not more, which is crazy though. And there's no upgrade path, right? So if you have the 300, it's a brand new plane. So there's no like, if you already have this, will you get this discount, right? Because I have the other one. I have the 300. I don't know. We'll see. And it's a PMDG, so it's never going to be on sale. Never going to be on sale. So it is going to be the price, and it is going to be the plane. Massive fan myself. Oh, Star Wars fan? Yeah, I love man. I can't. I got into it late. I was telling my wife the other day, like when they re-released, when Lucas redid the first 3 movies, remastered it, and made his changes to it. That's when I saw it. So in the late 90s is when I first saw Star Wars. And the first one I saw was episode 6 in theaters. My mom and her boyfriend at the time had said, hey, you want to go see this movie? I was like, oh, no, not really. You'll like it, whatever. So we go see it, and I'd blast. I don't know, I was probably like 13, 14 years old, something like that. And I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. And then, of course, it did so well with those ones that Lucas decided to do episode 1, 2, and 3. And then I, of course, saw those in theaters, and I've been hooked ever since. And Harry Potter, I'm not as big Harry Potter. My wife liked Harry Potter. We watched the first 2 movies. I did like the what's the prequels to that? Oh shoot, I can't think of the name of it now. I like I saw the first 2, the Fantastic Beast ones. There we go. That's what it's called, Fantastic Beasts. I saw the first 2 of that. I didn't see the last one yet. Because there's 3 of them, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's 3 of them. Yeah, my wife's a big Lord of the Rings fan. Huge. I like them. Helm's Deep was my favorite. The 2 Towers. The Helm's Deep battle is my favorite. All of it. She loves the Return of the King. We went to go see Return of the King in theaters when that was in the theaters, 2 years ago. Remember 90s getting the ships with the really tiny figures. Yeah, I had a couple of the figures too of Star Wars. I didn't have as many because we grew up a little on the low income side, so my mom didn't have the money really to get name brand stuff, but I did have 1 or 2 of the actual Star Wars figures, which is really, really cool. Now I do more of the Lego sets. I think I have a video up on the channel, actually. It's up on the channel of some of the Lego. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Lego. So if you're interested in watching, there's the short I have for my Lego collections, and you'll see mostly Star Wars in there. Did that one a while back ago. Last one was yeah, okay, so you like the Return of the King as well? Yeah, Legos are super expensive, super stupid expensive. And that's, I have a friend who's really big with Lego sets as well, and big with Star Wars, so we used to work together in the same building, and it was dangerous because every week there's a new set coming out or new news about a new set coming out, and then we both get super excited and pretty much get us both convinced to buy it. And And what was I going to say? Oh, so we end up now working at different locations, and so now we just text every once in a while. But it's been great for my pocket because I don't have that knowledge anymore of the new sets coming out. We both don't kind of push each other to get the sets. Lightsaber slides out of the arm. Early 80s, wow. My wife had bought me a full-size, you know, one of those replica sabers a few years back for my birthday. Very dangerous, yeah. Which my birthday's on a Saturday this year. It's in 9 days, on the 10th. So maybe I'll do a stream. I know we're going out to eat that day, but maybe I'll do a birthday stream. That'd be fun. I know my cousin does a birthday stream a lot of times, so maybe I'll do a birthday stream. We'll see. That's on Saturday the 10th, so we'll see. We'll see what the time and how the day rolls and all that jazz. But maybe a birthday stream. It'd be kind of fun to do, like in the late afternoon, early evening. Do a fun one. That'd be kind of cool. I think I might do that. We'll see. I'll tentatively plan it, but I got to figure out food situation first and who else going to that. But that'd be kind of cool. But anyways, thanks everyone for coming in today's stream. A lot of fun. Awesome Ejet flying. Hopefully, Jay Russ, you got to watch the restream of it and you know, see the Ejet, and you were asking me questions about it. We're both looking forward to the 8th 220. Hopefully, it's going to be a really good plane. Hopefully, it launches this summer. That'd be great. I'm really excited about that. It'd be an awesome plane to have for these short hops like I do here. And the cockpit of the 220 looks really, really cool. So it'd be really fun to have that plane. I'm really excited. I think that's about the only plane I'm, outside of obviously bringing the iFly and the 737 to 2024, the 220 is about the only plane I'm looking forward to at this point. You know, I'm not, you know, the 757, the 757, you know, I don't do long haul, so it's not really something big on my list. So we'll kind of see. But the 220 for sure is on my list, and I hope it's awesome. I hope it's incredible, and that will definitely be a day one purchase for me. But you know, we'll see when that happens. And then of course, obviously, when the Ejet here gets fully updated with the VNAV, it'll be really, really awesome, and gets full support for 2020. Hopefully this summer, and hopefully me doing these videos will, you know, get them, you a hint, hint, wink, wink. I'm more than happy to beta test the 2024 version for you, but we'll see what happens. But anyways, as always, thanks everyone for watching, and potentially a stream tomorrow morning with the 777, but all up in the air, and we'll see how that all works out. What's the settings that allows you to change the altitude up and down to the knobs in the controls? For like the drone here? So I have it set for F and R. So if I go into my gamepad real quick here and wait for it to load up. So I hit input R. It is, where are you at? Translate drone up R, and then F. Whoops. Search for input. Oh man, I gotta wait for it to do this thing. F, and then translate drone down, F. But I'm also using the 2020 controls, Irishman. Also using the, and then this is only in the drone mode. So like if I go into just the external view, you can't go up and down. The FPS tanked all of a sudden. But if I go to drone mode, which is here, up and down. Oh, to when you're not? Yeah, I hear you. I see you. Looking forward to the business jets from... oh yeah, the flight FX. They're doing the Embraer 140, right? Is that right? Yeah, I forgot about that one. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm looking forward to that one too. Yeah, any Embraer stuff I'm really excited about. I think their planes are really cool, and Flight FX does incredible planes. So yeah, that'd be fun. Cockpit altitude knob, I mean. Cockpit altitude. Oh, I see what you're saying. So in here, Wow, this really got hit with the FPS. In here, I use MobiFlight to adjust my altitude. So I have a MobiFlight profile set up. So if you go to was it MobiFlight.com or whatever, I don't know. Search MobiFlight on Google, and I also have the FCU though. And then once you have that, there's a profile in the MobiFlight Discord. If you type in Ejet, you'll be able to find it in there, and that's one I use. And that allows me to use the altitude here. And that's only with the FCU, the Windwing FCU. I'm not using it with the Honeycomb Bravo. But okay, I gotta get off now. I gotta start getting some things packed up for tomorrow. But again, thanks everyone for coming in, and we will see maybe you tomorrow. If not, then probably Wednesday or Thursday next week. Got a Southwest coming on in. But as always, thanks for coming in, and we'll see you next time. Take care.